Hi, my name is Barry Sterling Mitchell. I produce the Sterling Net Point Power Rankings, and this is Ben and Barry on football.
He's Barry, I'm Ben, and I don't really produce any Net Point Power Rankings, but I sure do love them. Can't wait for the season to start so we can get back into that. But there's so much other stuff going on in the NFL we'd like to talk about. Not only the NFL, but football in general. So let's get this thing going.
All right. It's all about the football. We're going to talk about it. Ben, real quick. I didn't even get a chance to mention this to you when we talked a little bit before the show started. Are you seeing the clash? Are you seeing the coming trend, the coming collision of the growth of American-style football as it's being managed by the International Association of American Football and the outreach of the NFL into these foreign markets? And it's like, you seeing kind of what's going on here?
Yes. I've been trying to take note, being the big football fans that we are, we watch NFL Network and ESPN and all that other stuff. And some of the announcements might go past some people, but I try to take note of every AFFA guy that gets picked up by an NFL team and every European guy that gets invited over for a tryout. I know they have gone as far as come up with some different rules as far as who they're allowed to bring over from Europe and what they're allowed to do with them that they wouldn't be able to do ordinarily with, an American football player. So the effort is there. They're trying to give these guys a chance. They're giving them opportunities, and I think that's great.
It's almost like I see some competition. The CFL wants to grow internationally also.
As they should.
And it's just interesting because, if you were to look, when we look out across the world, the United States is where the primo football is being played. There's no doubt about it. NFL is the primo, okay? Everything else is wish. That's where they want to be and beyond.
Right.
But I got a chance to watch. There are some shows that the NFL produces where they're sending people out to foreign countries. Like, I think Beckham kind of led the way with that, but I don't think that was the NFL. I think Beckham just showed up in Germany somewhere and created a stir. You remember that, right? He was with the Giants when he did that.
Yeah, but that was no official anything.
Right. That wasn't an official thing. But now they're doing official things, okay? Russell Wilson and Sierra went to South America, and he's down there throwing footballs, and he's showing up at malls, and they got mobs of people that are coming out, got Russell Wilson jerseys on. And with him, having Sierra with him just magnified the whole situation.
Right.
He's a musical international star. All this music is very international now. So they really, that was a sort of an outreach program. They sent, who was it they sent to Germany? To me. He did a little bit of everything. He tried on the little short leather pants and the funny German jacket and the little bow tie.
Oh, the Lederhosen.
Okay, Lederhosen, yeah. You know who it was? Texans quarterback, Deshaun.
Oh, Deshaun wearing Lederhosen?
Had Lederhosen on, yeah.
Okay, that's...
He did it for the cause. He went to Germany. He had people throwing at they had like 5 plastic dummies. They throw the football at them.
Okay.
And it was almost like watching people who obviously this is something that is a new muscle movement for them.
Right.
So, but it was cute. He got a lot of love in Germany, man. And Russell Wilson and them created a sensation down there. They were down there, and I think it's in Rio where they have the statue on top of the mountain.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They were all the way up there. He's throwing the football to Sierra, So that was a little weird. But in any event, that's so I see some real outreach. I don't know where the NFL sees itself in 20 years. If they really see itself as having this thing put together in such a way that games are being played in Rio or games are being played in England and again, is it going to be the 32-man league or is the league going to expand? And because when you say world champion now, it's a little more of a real, not just an assumptive situation.
Well, now, when you're talking about world champion and you're talking about the NFL and the NBA, are you have it in mind that over the long run, the NFL would have teams in European cities, not just like they had when they had the World League, but actual NFL teams in Europe?
Well, see, that's the question. That is the question. What does the NFL, that's what I'm saying, where do they see themselves? They could see themselves as like, okay, this 32-man league is what it is, and 20 years from now, it's still what it is, except now it's on every TV across the world, and that's all they really see themselves, just broadcasting out from that. But but they are at least trying to play games. They got the London games, they got the Mexico games. So they're playing games in other countries, but it's still the same league. They got a lot of other leagues out there now that are trying to form, much less that, we had the AAF just full, but on its heels now comes the XFL. So I'm just saying a growth in American-style football right now as a movement, because you have an international association that's what they're dedicated to. So with the NFL being the primo American-style football model and league, at some particular point, if somebody else is going to try to break into that league, what would that be? Would it be a London? Some geographics come into play there. You know what I mean? If you work
a lot of geographics come into play there.
Yeah.
It would take a lot of tweaking of the schedule for travel and ways to figure out how many games is a team, say, from London going to play in London, and how many times are they going to have to travel to the United States? How many games are they going to play there? It would get a little hairy. When you talk about a world championship, it brings to mind a true world championship would mean that there would have to be other leagues in other places. This is what it means to me. And then the champion of that league maybe plays the champion of this league, or you know what I mean? So the champions of Europe play the champions of Asia, kind of like they do with the Little League World Series. We have the Little League World Series, the kids. They are truly Little League World Champions, because the teams come from all over. They're all the same level, and they play off. The Asian kids all play each other. The Latin American kids all play each other. The kids in America all play each other until they whittle it down, and then they bring everybody to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and then they play a tournament from there. See, that's doable. You can do that, and that's a true world champion because teams come from everywhere. But if you're going to have a league and call it a world champion, the NFL can still do it because there's no other league that can or probably ever will touch the NFL.
That's my whole point. If you're so far,
that's why I think that's not their big picture.
When you say probably never will, that's probably where I kind of part from you. That's the question of probability. Possibility, it's always possible. Probability puts a number to it. And when you start, when the funny thing is, because the NFL is trying to export itself, it's literally teaching. Like you said, it's you're bringing them into the league. Now, basketball, I think, is a little bit further ahead. But
Right.
those are people
But
that are being
they're way ahead.
to the NBA.
They're way ahead. There's leagues, there's professional basketball leagues all over the world, everywhere. Turkey, China, you name it. Istanbul. There's basketball leagues everywhere. But the NBA remains the preeminent league in the world. No other league can touch the NBA. And in fact, the best players from those other leagues come to play in the NBA. And I think the NFL is going to end up being the same way. It's great that they're expanding the game worldwide, but that's a money move. The more people that know, understand, and enjoy American football will tune in to watch it. Fan bases grow, television profits grow. But the best players are always going to want to bring themselves over. That's an opening that wasn't there for them before. But now that they're learning at a younger age, learning to appreciate the game and have somewhere to go and play it and have coaches that can teach it, of those groups and in those other leagues will have a pipeline, but the best guys are still going to come over here.
Well,
Just
you know,
NBA.
in Europe right now, and I don't have good information except to know that I get these alerts on my phone. They're actually in a playoff time right now in an American style football league. And I keep seeing like Hamburg this and all of that. So they're playing some football right now in Europe. And we might, if I get a chance, maybe we'll touch it.